Hi everybody, Crazy Eddie here. Still working on the grout for my smeltery. I need to grind out some gravel and some sand. I could probably go get enough sand if I felt like going out and hunting for it. But I don't, and it's nighttime. So I don't feel like dealing with the mobs either. So I'll just do some remodeling in my hallway here. Anyway, I would like to hear from you people. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see in this Unstable series? Any particular mods you'd like to see me tackle? Anything that you think it would be cool to see me build? I'm curious to see what you're curious to see. Of course, I don't plan to make this cave my permanent home, but that doesn't mean I can't spruce it up a bit while I'm building other things. And this looks a lot better than that narrow corridor I had before. Could use something a little bit more to frame it though, couldn't it? Maybe it's time we turn to our old friend Chisel. Wow, there's a lot of these that just don't have textures yet. Wonder if that's in the GUI or if that's actually what you see when you place it down. Well, then let's go with this. There. That looks a lot more like something you'd want to walk through rather than just a hole in the wall. Okay, looks like I'm ready to make some grout. And 2 stacks of bricks ought to do it. Yeah, I think it's time I made a hopper. I hope the directions on this aren't locked the same as vanilla. Looks as if it might be. So we'll just stick the grout over here. And Oh yes, there's an upgrade required for that. So, we'll just use this vanilla furnace for the rest of it. And that should go twice as fast anyway. And I'm going to want glass. Probably more. Let me check some recipes. Nope, it looks like that much glass will be plenty. So we'll just wait for this to smelt. Okay, the grout is smelted and I have the stones for my smeltery. I know that we no longer have to do the default shape for a smeltery. But this is pretty much what I'm used to. And the room is the right size and shape for it. And smeltery. And next we're going to have to find some lava for this tank. I wonder if we have any other tanks to work with yet. Buildcraft tanks, which aren't portable. And that seems to be about it. Ender tanks, of course, but a bit expensive for me yet. I haven't even been to the Nether. So we'll just settle for the seared tanks. I needed to do stuff down below ground anyway. Here we are. So there's that. And here's what I was planning to do. I am planning to make a Nether Portal the quick Azuma way. That is to say, I found out how to do this by watching one of Azuma's videos. Although this is a little bit of a variation on it. And I forgot to bring flint and steel, so I'll be going back up for that. But then again, I'll want to make some weapons in that smeltery anyway. Well, it doesn't seem as if paper is a material that you can use anymore. Which is a shame, but I can learn to live with that. So the first thing that I want to make is a cleaver. Because if I'm going to hurt something, I want to hurt it a lot. And if I can take its head home with me, well, all the better. After that, I'll also be making a set of the standard tools. Starting with the pickaxe, of course. But I suppose I will also want pieces for the hatchet, as well as the shovel. Wow, it does seem as if things take a little while to cool off. Takes a bit to pour too, but then again, that's 8 ingots of iron going in there. And the slow cooling effect does actually look pretty cool. Oh, and as a little bit of a side note, it turns out that furnace dust, that is to say, from the pulvis, will not melt in a smeltery. So you'll have to put it in a furnace and melt that into ingots before you can put it into a smeltery to smelt. Oh, and it's magnetic. I wonder if that means what I think it would mean. Probably not, but it'd be cool if it did, didn't it? Wouldn't it? see. Yes, I do have enough to make another 4 casts. And I will need to make 4 casts. Oh, I was mistaken. I only have enough for 2 casts. Casts now take 2 ingots worth of gold to make. And I don't think I have any more gold after that. Nope, I suppose I'll have to go dig some up. But I can still make a pickaxe and an axe. And just use wooden tool rods. Right. Alright. I've got most of the iron tools I needed. But it turns out these casts will not go in a pattern chest. I suppose I probably should keep them closer to the smeltery anyway. So I'll just put those in this iron chest. Along with the other pieces I haven't cast yet. Alright, I believe that I am prepared for this trip to the Nether. At least I sure hope that I am. Yep, looks like I'm at the bottom. Dimensional shard ore. Okay, well, I'm going to go hunt around for a way up. And hopefully it's one that won't result in me getting drowned in lava. Well, looks as if I have found a surface. Well, that fire looks different than I'm used to. Maybe it's just the light effects. At any rate, I do want to make sure I don't get lost. So I'm going to do some looking around in here. I want to pick up plenty of nether quartz and any glowstone I can find. Whole bunch of glowstone right there. You know, compared to my other series, this nether is quite peaceful. If you don't know what I mean, then I recommend you to watch my other series. In fact, I recommend you watch it anyway. Just because I made it, and I'd love the views. I hear you, but I don't see you. And I hope not to see you. Delightful. I think I'll fill up on some more nether quartz ore before I head back. And anything else that I might find interesting. Okay. That's something you don't see in the nether every day. I heard it clucking earlier. I expected to find a baby zombie pigman on it. I really didn't expect to find one alone. Well, all in all, not a bad haul. Hello. You don't seem to be unfriendly. Yes, you are. You are a little flying putz. And I don't have food enough to heal. So I make it all the way through my first nether trip, and then one of those little spuds kills me. That's just delightful. I think it went through into the nether. I hope it did. It's a good place for it. No, it didn't. Oh look, a whole crowd of them. That wasn't nice of them at all. I figured I'd be running into wisps sooner or later, but I didn't expect to meet 3 of them at once. Okay, I think that I got them all. And by the way, this is the grave that you get from the gravestone mod. Ah! And that I was not expecting at all. I had no idea I could hit so hard. Pity it wasn't actually me doing the hitting. I need to go back for an actual pickaxe. So anyway, I believe it's a random chance whether your ghost comes out of that grave or not. Because this is actually the second time I've died so far. Which actually is doing pretty good for me. Oh good, that's much better. And really not a bad haul for my first nether trip. Plenty of glowstone and nether quartz. The only way it could be better is if I had come through on top of a nether fortress. But unfortunately I didn't see any of those in sight. Still, these were materials I was actually needing. The quartz and the glowstone, that is. So I'm pretty happy with that. So, we've completed our smeltery, made some iron tools, and survived our first trip to the Nether. Only to get killed on the other side, but the point is we survived it. Next episode, I need to do some exploring. Until then, be sure and check out my other videos. Click my like button, click my subscribe button. Have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.